Hey everyone, my name is Serafina and I am an astrophysics PhD student at UC Berkeley studying supernova and cosmology. This is my very first YouTube video. Typically, I stick to Twitter and Instagram where I can kind of vet what I say, but I'm gonna try this out, so I hope you guys like it. Today, I want to talk about how to stargaze like an astronomer while you're staying at home during stay-at-home practices during COVID-19. The universe is gigantic. It's almost unfathomable how big it is. There are neutron stars, pulsars, black holes, supernova, dark matter, dark energy, all things that I want to talk about on my channel, hopefully. But one of the amazing parts is that when you walk outside, you can look up and see all of these things. Sometimes, yes, you need a telescope, but most of the time, you can look up and see some really incredible things with the naked eye. You can see galaxies, galaxy clusters, stars, planets, and sometimes even shooting stars if you're lucky enough. The trick is to be able to distinguish one thing from the next. So right now, as the stress of COVID-19 saturates every aspect of my life, and I would imagine a lot of aspects of your life as well, I've been really using the night sky to provide me some perspective and peace, to kind of hold with me during this time. And so I really hope that this video helps you enjoy the night sky even more and give you a little bit of peace that I find from the night sky. Okay, so here goes. Here are 3 quick tips to help orient your night sky and make the most of your stargazing experience. Okay. Tip number 1, when you are looking up, trying to distinguish stars from planets, the tip is that stars twinkle and planets don't. Now here's why. When distant starlight enters the Earth's atmosphere, it hits areas of varying temperature and density, which makes the light kind of go up and down, which is called atmospheric aberration, and that's what causes stars to twinkle. That twinkle is relative to distance. So that means that farther away things twinkle more. That's because stars are so far away that they appear like point sources. So there's not enough area of light to actually do the twinkling. Planets, on the other hand, are so close to us, at least in our solar system, that their light is like a disk. And various regions of the disk cancel each other out when they refract. That means that planets don't twinkle. So the whole point is to say that stars twinkle and planets don't. Make sure that you're wishing on the right one when you wish upon a star. Okay, tip number 2, use red light. I cannot emphasize this enough. When you go outside to stargaze, don't be flashing around your iPhone or your smartphone or whatever when you're trying to look up, because that oversaturates your eyes and your eyes cannot adjust to the darkness as quickly. White and blue light is really hard on your eyes, but red light is much easier in darker situations. So in fact, when most astronomers are kind of walking around the telescope dome in between observations, stretching our legs, taking a break, we carry around red flashlights to navigate. We don't use our iPhones at all. So that means that if you want to go outside and look at the night sky, you should have a red flashlight, or you can actually cover the surface of your iPhone with a red coating. You can order those online, and that red coating can help protect your eyes and make it easier to see. So tip number 2 is to use red light. Okay, our last tip. Tip number 3, look for familiar stuff when you're going outside. I always personally look for the Big Dipper. I look for Orion, not just because it's my favorite constellation, but because it's really easy to spot. I also look for Saturn, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how to find Saturn pretty easily. So my quick tip to find Saturn is that first you have to know where the Big Dipper is. So let's say you find the Big Dipper. You take the tail of the Big Dipper, you arc to Arcturus, and then you spike down to Spica. Spica is a really bright star, and right next to it is this golden orb that is actually Saturn. So that's a quick tip in order to find Saturn. And the cool thing about using things that you already know, like constellations and planets, is that it's really makes it much easier to find the more difficult to find things, which are dimmer or maybe you're not as familiar with them. So tip number 3, look for familiar stuff. Remember, you can always use an app from the App Store to find things in the night sky. There are some really amazing ones that use your GPS location to basically map the night sky for you. I love them. Sometimes I use them. They're awesome. My favorites, number 1 is Starwalk, number 2 is Exoplanet, and number 3 is Google Sky Map. I think they're great. That said, the cool thing about the night sky is that you're exploring. You actually get to navigate and find things that you've never seen before. And one of the great things about doing that is that you can learn about it on your own. You don't need an app to tell you what it is. So grab a star map, one of the old school star maps, or use some of my tips and tricks to navigate the night sky and find some really incredible things. I really hope this is helpful for you guys. Please let me know if it is in the comments below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I will be doing more videos like this hopefully soon, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, thank you so much.